Hi, I'm Michael Nedell. I'm a snow sculptor. I've been the Vermont State Champion snow sculptor 8 or 9 times. Been the U.S. National Champion in 2012. We came in second in the U.S. National Championships a couple times. And we've represented Vermont and the United States in international snow sculpting. So it's snow sculpting, and it's not ice. They're big blocks of snow, which is why I love snow sculpting. You can make a 12-foot tall snow sculpture in a matter of a few days. No other medium you can do that. And if the weather's nice, you get really great details. Here's we got our start right here on the waterfront. Here's a microscope that we did it was right around, it was 2012. And that is an American flag on the microscope. Here's the one thing about sculpture, snow sculpture, very impermanent, so you can do whatever you want. I don't think I would do this out of wood or stone, but it was fun to make a giant hand coming out of a TV, pointed at the kid, plugged into a trash can. It was a lot of fun. Here's a piece that we did at the Nationals in 2009. We came in second with this roller coaster piece, really whimsical, and once again, 12 feet tall. That's kind of how I like my snow sculptures. I like all my snow sculptures like that. This next piece that we did won the U.S. National Championships in 2012. It's called Inner Piece. So that's a big ice puzzle piece inside this intricate cage. And the big question was how we got the puzzle piece inside there, because it was bigger than all the holes. But it's snow, so you could just take out a piece and put it back in. And this is what happens a couple hours after judging on a warm day in Wisconsin. But you take your picture and you walk away. So mostly I'm going to talk about one piece that we did last year, or this year in 2015. I'm going to talk about the very last major piece we did, which started with this piece. This was in 2014. My friends and I completed this sculpture inside a sculpture of this composer. It was called Fugue, and then it was hard work. It was a really hard sculpture to pull off, and you get 65 man-hours to do it. And afterwards, my friend Alex and I were on the podium, and he was looking at me. He was strung out, crazy. He was physically exhausted. And I said, "What do you want to make next year?" And he said, "It'd be cool to make if the block was exploding." And that's all he said. And I thought about that for a long time. And I drew a lot of pictures. And I did some math on my computer and thought about the size of the block in Breckenridge. It's 10 feet by 10 feet and 12 feet high. So if you use this, using the lower left measurements, you could make this kind of explosion piece. So we started making models. And this is clay and just 1-inch blocks of wood that I found. And my friend Brooke and I stayed up in his studio and just worked this out until we thought it was looking good enough to make a sketch and submit to the 2015 committee at the U.S. at the internationals in Breckenridge, and this was our sketch. And they let you know in September that let us know that we got in. And so from September to January, we prepared and we made better models. And you see that styrofoam block. We try to figure out what cuts we would make. In the lower right there, that's a sort of map of the measurements that we decided to make it a little more dynamic and make the beams a little more of different heights. And there we are at day one. You get 4.5 days to do this, and that's day one. It's 20 tons of snow, and it's really heavily compressed snow. They make it really moist. It's a man-made snow, so they turn up the moisture on it, and so you could really get some. You could really do some wild things with the snow out there. Here we are in day 2. There's Brooke and Adrian on opposite sides of each other. It's often how we work, not talking to each other. And there's Dosti crawling underneath the thing. I told him he had to punch through before he'd go home. So here we are. This is probably the morning of day 3, and we're probably a day behind schedule, which we always are. And we're just trying to finish the top because we can't get to the bottom until we finish the top. And we're just working harder than ever. It was really hard to pull off. And here we are, the morning of judging. We're almost done. You can see a couple supports in there, but we're scrambling. We haven't done the final cuts on the blocks yet, but we've got 3 hours left. And there we are. We got that orange jacket. It was, yeah, it does take 60. They give you 65 hours, and we probably worked 60 of those, 65 hours. At night, they light them up with these beautiful colored LED lights, and I thought this one was exceptional. So that was the process for a year. I just thought about explosions. Couldn't talk about it on the plane, so. My only inspiration for next year is the way the piece was sort of vibrating in the field of sculptures was a little bit different than the other pieces, and so kind of use that as my inspiration for what to design next year.